Hey everyone, this is Caleb with Common Motor, and today we'll be showing you how to rebuild your sealed spring forks on your vintage Honda. This style of fork is generally found on small cc Hondas such as the early CB175s and CL175s. If you aren't sure what fork architecture you have, check out our video in the top right hand corner before you get started here to better understand the differences between fork architectures that Honda used and which ones you have on your motorcycle. In this case, we are starting with the forks removed off the motorcycle already. If you're starting from an assembled CB175 and CL175, follow the instructions in your Honda service manual we have linked below, starting at page 93 and going to 94. Keep in mind, when you're removing forks, oftentimes rust will build up in the headlight ears, so it might take some effort to really pull them out of the triple tree. A wooden dowel and hammer can help get them moving. When taking this much of your motorcycle apart, it's also a great time to upgrade the factory ball bearings in your triple tree to a set of tapered roller bearings and fresh grease. You can check out our video on how to do that in the upper right hand corner. Once you have your forks removed, it's time to disassemble them. Start by removing the top bolt to drain out the oil. Compress the fork a few times to get any remaining oil out. Take out the snap ring that holds the fork together with a pair of snap ring pliers, and the fork should be able to pull apart. One trick to make disassembly easier is to clamp the fork in a vise with pieces of wood on each side to protect it, and repeatedly compress and let go of the fork tube. The spring inside will slowly hammer the seal out of the fork leg. Now we're not going to disassemble the lower guide and piston on these fork tubes, but if yours are seized or dirty, you should. In some designs, like this fork tube, Honda used a single piston and guide, and in others they used a third dampener on the fork tube. They all should float on the fork tube and be able to spin freely. They can be removed by taking off the lower snap ring and sliding off the piston, dampener, and spring clips in the order that they are on the fork tube. Keep these in exactly the same order that came off the tube, as well as taking note which is the top and bottom of each piece. They all have an orientation and have tiny recessed grooves that face a specific direction, like this one. Before cleaning everything, it's a good idea to snap a photo of everything so you don't lose track of their order. You do not need to remove the JIS bolt on the bottom of the fork leg if your internals are relatively clean, but for our case, we went ahead and removed them for cleaning these forks. To remove them, clamp the lower fork leg into the vise using pieces of wood on each side to protect it, and use an impact driver to break the bolt loose. Then you can unscrew the bolt and remove the internals. Before starting to clean up your fork tubes, it's important to take a moment and thoroughly inspect them. For your new seal to function properly, your forks need to be free of pitting and heavy wear on the chrome outer fork surface that moves in and out of the fork seal. Again, this is only applicable to the outer fork surface of the tube that travels in and out of the seal. Pitting and wear will tear up the new fork seal, as well as let fork oil escape if yours is bad. If your tubes are in great shape where they travel in and out of the seal, but the upper half is rusty, your tubes are completely functional and able to be reused. We generally remove the rust found in the upper half of most Honda fork tubes by wire wheeling it and adding a little bit of clear coat to protect it. Once you're fully disassembled, give all of your components a good clean. Now that you've gotten all your components squeaky clean, it's time to start the reassembly. If you removed it, start by inserting the spring seat into the lower fork tube and reinstalling the screw that holds it in place. Use a small amount of Honda Bond 4 or thread sealant on the threads of the bolt. It can be helpful to put the fork spring in as well to make sure the components are centered on the lower tube. Now you can drop your fork spring into place, followed by the fork tube. If you're looking to upgrade your suspension, we sell an upgraded Icon fork spring that will improve the ride of your motorcycle over worn stock springs. Now that your fork tube is back in place, you can install the new fork seals. Common Motor carries two different types of seals, the Easy Install brand seal and the standard seal. The The Easy Install brand seal is great because it can simply be pressed into place with your hands, followed by the included washer. The Easy seals float in the fork and expand to create a seal when the fork is compressed and under load. Be sure that the open side of the seal faces down and you place the included aluminum washer on top. Once it's pressed into place, you can reinstall the snap ring. Our standard seals need to be driven into place, just like the Honda OEM seals. To drive the seal into the lower fork body, you will need either a single tube or pipe that will fit over the length of the fork, or a series of tubes that you can stack up to be able to hammer the seal in from above the chrome fork tube. Be sure that the size of the tube you're using to drive the seal in is slightly smaller than the outer diameter of the seal. If it's too small, you're going to risk damaging the inner seal surface. If it's too large, you'll run into the outer fork housing. You know you're done when the snap ring groove is right above the seal on all sides. Be careful to not drive the seal any further than right below the surface of the snap ring groove. Once the seal's in, you can put the snap ring back in place. Honda calls for automatic transmission fluid inside the forks, but motorcycle-specific fork oils have come a long way since the 60s and 70s, and it's always preferable to use a dedicated motorcycle fork oil in your forks. We sell a few weights of motorcycle fork oil to choose from. With automatic transmission fluid being about 5 weight, we find that a 10 weight fork oil works best for most riders under 200 pounds, and a 15 weight fork oil works best for riders over 200 pounds. Check your Honda service manual to see how much fork oil should be added to the forks of your specific motorcycle. You will need a graduated cylinder for this. Once the oil's in, screw the top cap in to prevent spilling oil until you get the forks back on the motorcycle. After you've added the fork oil, replace any sleeves or trim pieces that you removed from the fork. Your forks are now ready to be reinstalled on your motorcycle. When reinstalling your forks, follow the order in which you disassembled everything from the motorcycle. Once each fork is in, torque the lower triple tree bolts to the specification in the description below. Don't forget to also torque the front axle nut to the spec in the description as well. Last thing to do is go enjoy your freshly rebuilt front suspension. Thanks again, this has been Caleb here with Common Motor. Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram, subscribe to our newsletter over at common-motor.com, and subscribe to this YouTube channel right down below. See ya.